It looks like there was a lot of hype put behind this system Gaston that has now been sent out over the Atlantic. You are looking at the infrared satellite images here of Invest 99L. Now, this system is on track to hit South Florida and potentially the Gulf. And it's, in my opinion, this is the one that we need to keep an eye on. Like I said, there was a lot of hype put behind this most recent system that came through that really had no track at any point showing that it was going to hit the United States. For some reason, you were looking at the latest infrared images here of Invest 99L. Now, this storm system is very close to being labeled a tropical depression. They're saying that it should do so by Friday into Saturday as it gets right up into this area, in the Bahamas area. Now, the most recent system that we've seen, this Gaston, had a lot of hype behind it. People were saying it was going to do this and that with really no proof or no evidence, no tracks showing that it was going to come in and cause any devastation. And it went right on out into the Atlantic like many of the models had predicted and never made landfall. So a lot of hype put behind that for no reason, from what I could see, because there were no solid models showing that it was going to come in like this 99L has the potential to do here. Now, this is gaining energy. It has winds of around 45 miles per hour right now. When you look at the shear here, you can see the winds are pushing this right up toward the Bahamas area. This is heading right toward southern Florida. Now, this will pick up the name of Hermine. Tropical storm Hermine, if this advances. Now, you want to look at the potential for additional rainfall through Monday. You can see Miami, South Florida, Bahamas, an extra 3 to 5 inches in some of these places they're expected to see from this system. So this system will affect the United States. Now, you want to talk about the models, and this system, you can see that they are projecting that this will slide right in through the Bahamas and will make landfall in the United States when it hits Florida. Now, where it will go is still in the air. You know, these systems can be steered and turned and moved in all these different directions, and a lot of times they do want to ride right up the East Coast and kick out into the Atlantic. Now they're saying if this forms into this tropical depression by the time it hits the Bahamas, then it could have some really potent rainfall. They're talking about heavy amounts, copious amounts of rainfall being dumped from the system. As I just showed you, 3 to 5 inches in South Florida is what they're expecting. So why will this not continue up the East Coast and do what the last system did? Because of this massive ridge of high pressure. Now, this massive ridge wasn't in place as the last system was coming through. It's moving into position, as you can see here. Now they're talking by Friday, Saturday. This high will be positioned right here, and the system's going to come up and hit the Bahamas. So if it forms into a tropical depression here, we're really going to have to sit here and watch day by day to see what it could potentially bring to South Florida. Now, the concerns after here are that this will then hit the Gulf. It will recharge with all of that energy, and then it will hit either Florida again, Mississippi, Alabama, or Louisiana. And Louisiana just got hit with horrible flooding. Now, when looking at these last two systems, you can see the last one had tracked right up through here when, like I said, there was a lot of hype that it was going to come right on in like this one is, but it looks like this one, what is said to be Hermine, is the one that can cause some damage. Once again, here is the track. the latest models for the next 5 days. None of them show this going out into the Atlantic, and the reason being is because of that massive high-pressure system that is going to be sitting there, that big dome. It's going to force this to stay down here in this area and probably kick out into the Gulf. And like I said, that's when they suspect that this will hit hurricane status if it sustains all that energy. Now, I will leave links in the description box, and I will continue to update with more information as I come across it. We'll keep an eye on the system. Until next time, it's been Dabu7.